6:08, and we had some beautiful weather over the holidays.
Yeah, nice little break in the action there, exactly. And now there's something a little slippery closing in, Mary. We'll sort of detail that for you momentarily with this forecast. And this one's brought to you by Rogers. So we started looking at our provincial weather picture, which does have a high pressure ridge offshore. Now, of course, there's a fair amount of clouds spilling up and over the top of that ridge and heading down towards our part of the world, not bringing any precipitation. The leftovers of that little bit of wet weather from yesterday, that's now tracking south of the border. And we'll show that to you right now as we zoom in and look at our satellite and Doppler radar across the lower mainland. Just some leftover returns from the Doppler radar here along the mountains. That's actually the mountain ridges. There's no precipitation. Everything else has moved south of the border, so it's dried out nicely under a cloudy sky. It'll be cloud and probably a few breaks of blue sky today. A cool start for the day. We're down to 1 above in West Vancouver. Did have a report from the North Shore from North Van Mike saying there was a little frost, so be mindful. A little bit slippery out there this morning, and for the balance of the day, a few breaks of blue sky. We're aiming for a high of about 6 degrees. Now, as it completely clouds over at the end of the day, well, things do get interesting in your Friday forecast, especially for your Friday morning commute. I think there's a very high likelihood that precipitation begins as wet snow, then transitions over to rain tomorrow. It's not like that situation a couple of days ago where we saw a little snow on top of Burnaby Mountain, a little something in Westwood Plateau. It's certainly a higher probability of a much lower freezing level in the morning tomorrow, and I do expect some slushy or slippery conditions initially, washing out as rain by day's end. The transition is towards much warmer and wetter weather for the start of the weekend. A rainy, windy Saturday. Well, how about the end of 2018? It starts to dry up and clear up again. We'll see some sun on Sunday. We'll get some sun during the daylight hours on New Year's Eve. And into the new year, well, it does look wet. Fittingly so, about 6 degrees on a rainy 1st of January. Let's get a traffic update. Hey, Greg, good morning.
Good morning, Russ. Not much to tell you about so far. There is a police incident, though, we're hearing along Kingsway at Glen Drive.